He misses with that jab. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They've elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Nice straight. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Beautiful counter shot. And another hook to the body scores. Nope, that jab not going to score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Here we go for round two. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice job blocking the left hook. Good counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Misses with the jab. This slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight. And he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO.
Sluggers will hit anything and everything. Your head, your ear, your elbow, your rib, your belly button. They are an absolute terror.
That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Good work. Don't forget the jab, don't get carried away. Think about it
now. You've got to take that confidence away. Go out, the first minute, stick on the end of the jab, and then start gathering your pace and win this round back. Take away that confidence, stop him in his tracks.
You stay focused now.
There's the bell to start round three. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch, counter punch. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. That left hook just missed. A swing and a miss with that jab. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. That hook doesn't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talking about Alvarez in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far. There's the bell for round 4. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice counter shot. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Only catching air with that hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The straight right just misses. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They exchanged punches. He threw a punch and just got countered. That jab misses. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Beautiful counter punch. That hook just can't find the target. Back and forth they go. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
And there's the bell to start round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
A straight right just misses. Nice counter. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Catch and shoot. A big, heavy blow, and Saul is down. And in this replay, you can see it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end? So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
Get your mind back.
Round 7, here we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Good counter punching. There's a counter shot. Can't land that jab. His stamina is off the charts. You'd like to see more jabs. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Get your mind back on.
Oh, you weren't loading up, but you're still landing your power shots. Good work. Don't forget.
Get him back into the fight. You're way better than this guy. You're way better.
Good work. The jab's working nice. Goes 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
Mind back. Get your focus back. Get that jab back.
Just no free shots. Keep smart. So just keep him on the end of the jab.
Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round that you've lost. Do not...
Just stick a few body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit so he can't figure
Get back in. Now it's a tougher fight and he's going to be
The
confident.
referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
The gaps will appear and he'll start.
Your jab and then start gathering your pace and win the round back. Take away that confidence.
And there's the bell for round 8. Last.
Another done. All day and just what have I become? No chance, I'm still what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was there wrong. Flown out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. Speed down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been here before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun, I think my end just begun. Another one last time please ya. Now I ain't live to please y'all. Ain't got no plans to be through with this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool, nah I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue, at least the 10 in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume, but I'm just days to refuse. Or maybe make it I assume that my doom ain't the worst of the guess. What my purpose is, start my verse, then I fall when the curtain ends. When the curtain ends, yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I blend. Off in the back where I... Yeah, it's just back to pretend. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I... Just copped another one. Just copped another one. Just copped another one. Another one, another one, another one. Another one, another one.
Round complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
They miss with the jab. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crystal. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
A perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
This is when you talk about championship.
There's the bell to start round 9. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. His stamina is off the charts. A lot of effort being exerted here. Punch caught him clean. Those counter punches have to hurt. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
A swing and a miss with the left hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and
Take him out. He's ready to go.
And there's the bell for round 10. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
an amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
And he scores with the counter. That jab misses. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you start thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Can they figure out the combination to this? Did you see that? Oh, and the Irishman just got rocked. He's in some serious trouble here. Down goes Ward. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. About Ward in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Okay, you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. You starting?
And there's the bell to start round 11. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
How about that time counter shot? He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out of the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Think of holding on here for a minute. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
There's a lot on the line here.
You weren't loading up, but you were still landing your power shots. Don't forget the jab.
Who thought we would have made it to 12? They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
What were they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Incredible work rate. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Straight right just misses. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous? You know what? Smarts that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. And every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.